Hi everyone, it's me, Krylios, Team Rayceen Productions MC and producer. And joining me today is the cast of Outspoken 2022. Welcome! Hi everyone, hello all. It is such a pleasure to have you here with me today. We're going to talk about Outspoken 2022 on the Kennedy Center stage. Very, very excited about this. So to kick this all off, I'm going to have everyone introduce themselves to our audience and let us know a little bit about you, your background, and your experience. So I'll kick it off with Sienna.
Hi, my name is Sienna Bichetti, and Sienna Jocelyn, sorry, I just got married, so I'm still getting used to the last name. I am a web developer, and I have a background in activism, and yeah, my pronouns are she, they.
Thank you. Ty Malik.
Hey everyone, Ty Malik. My pronouns are he, him, and they, them. I'm a improv comedian and a storyteller. I've been doing storytelling for about 10 years. I got my start on the Stoop storytelling stage in Baltimore, Maryland. I'm just really excited. The Kennedy Center is one of my dream stages to perform on. So I'm really looking forward to it. And I'm excited to talk to the cast about what we're doing today.
Awesome. Christian.
Hello, I am Christian Richardson. I am a published author and I've been writing stories for a few years. Just recently got into the whole storytelling thing publicly. So I'm excited to get on stage and rock it out.
Love that. And Anthony.
Hi, everyone. My name is Anthony Oakes. I'm a stand-up comedian and storyteller here in the DC area. I've been performing for almost 7 years. I'm a winner of the 2021 Mayoral Arts Award for Performance in Excellent Arts.
Fabulous, fabulous. Well, I am so happy to have everyone here with me today. I'm looking forward so much to Outspoken 2022. Personally, I have history with Outspoken. I performed before, I've co-hosted before, and I've worked in Story District on other shows before, like not Love Bags, Sucker for Love, and those other shows. So I'm looking forward to it. And the Millennium Stage at the Kennedy Center, I mean, that is amazing. That is crazy. I've also lusted to be on the Kennedy Center stage. So this will be great for all of us. Now, I'm very, very intrigued and interested in what kind of stories the audience can expect this year. So I'm going to touch on each of you to give us a little preview about what we can expect to hear from you and your story for Outspoken. So I'll start again with Sienna.
Hi, my story it takes place about 4 years ago. And it's about my wife and I. She was my girlfriend at the time. We learned that our college was considering changing the non-discrimination policy to allow an evangelical Christian organization crew to to come onto campus and discriminate against LGBTQ plus students who wanted to serve in leadership roles in their club. So my story is just kind of about our fight against that.
Oh, certainly. And that sounds like a very, very intriguing story to hear about. Ty Malik, what about you?
My story is just a journey in coming into my identity. So I first kind of knew who I was at an early age, and the first time who I was reflected back to me was like 8 years old. So it kind of starts with just my first crush and just how that felt, and the first time someone, told me I was a cute boy and how that felt, and just the years running away from that and then finally getting back to that. So it's that journey. And there's also about how recovery. So I've been sober for 5 years and how that journey has assisted my gender journey. Thank you. Yes, this is a clap. I'm excited to celebrate 5 years this year. So yeah, how I became myself and how recovery got me there.
Oh, I look forward to hearing about it. Christian.
My story is basically about me growing up in the Black church, because in the Black community, you know how we put the church above everything else.
Amen.
And it's about me having a grandmother, a praying grandmother, who not only was she a God-fearing Black woman, but she ain't take no shit, especially when it came to me and everything else. Yes, she knew about me. Yes, all that other stuff, but it's a story about people trying to confront me and speak stuff over me, and she stepped in to intervene and to help me to get on the right track and to just remind me of who I am and use your backbone. Don't be scared to So that's what it's called, the protection of the church hat. And it's my salute to her. And I figured, this would be the perfect time to talk about it because we go through so much, especially in the Black community. So that's what that story is about.
I love it. I love it. Anthony.
Yeah, so my story talks about the tumultuous relationship between myself and Jesus and the relationship between Jesus and the church. Their relationship was instigated out of fear and how that relationship evolved over the years. So that's basically what I'm talking about. I touch on the same kind of topics as Ty Malik and Christian, things in the Black church and also recovery, because I am a recovering cocaine addict. So I definitely talk about my journey as well in my story.
Wonderful, wonderful. These all sounds like some really powerful stories, and honestly, a perfect way to kick off the Pride season for everyone. So, of course, you want everyone to come out to the Kennedy Center to hear these stories. Now, as someone who's done Outspoken before and has worked with Story District before, I know that y'all have been in rehearsals, y'all have been running these stories, trying to cut this out, cut this down, add this in, make sure. What has that journey been like for you? And of course, with Amy and getting that together and really packaging these stories in a great way for the stage. Anyone want to share what that journey has been like for them and anything they've probably learned about themselves during this journey? I'll start with Ty Malik.
I love storytelling because I think when I always start with this idea of this is exactly what's going to happen. And then what I love about stories, they're like, no, that's not the story you're going to tell. The stories kind of jump out and they're like, this is what needs to be told. So kind of allowing for that discovery has been really fun. Another thing, I'm a Leo, so I think everything I say is important. So when it's just like, oh, you don't need to say that, I'm like, I don't think that's true. I think people need every inch of my story. So like being really finding ways to get to the fun, but also what I've loved about it is it's giving me there's remembering that had to happen that didn't happen until I was really digging into the story, especially about childhood stuff. Like really, Amy's really asked really, really great questions. She's really just like, okay, but tell me how that felt, or tell me what this, she'll ask one word, like, tell me what this word means. And to do that, you really have to dig. And so that discovery process has been really, really joyful.
Awesome. Sienna, what about you? What's this process been like for you getting this story together?
It's been really interesting. I knew this at the time that this was happening and in the years afterwards, but I was just really angry when all this was happening. Like I was fresh out of undergrad, and I was being pulled back in to, fight this fight, and I didn't realize how much of that I've held on to. So going through and writing this story, I have to make myself sit back down in the seat that I was in and just kind of let myself feel those emotions again. So it's been really interesting.
That is interesting. And Anthony, tell me what you've learned about yourself, during this process. And was there anything that you had to reconfigure in your own mind about your own story, or something that you like doing the story, you looked into yourself and you realized something new about yourself, something more about yourself, or just a way how it made you see the world in a new way? Was that your experience with getting this story together?
Well, I think So the more times I've told the story, because Amy is a workhorse, we've told these stories a quadrillion times. And I feel like once I told the story, Amy is basically like, oh no, that's not the story. And what she does is, you tell the story over and over, and then the real story begins to emerge. And then you're able to, oh, okay, there it is. And then you're able to matriculate through that story. I found that I'm very guarded about my work, because Amy, she doesn't mind giving you critiques and telling you to pull stuff out and put stuff in. I'm like, wait a minute, girl, you're not gonna be telling me what to do in my story, Amy. But in the end, it all works out for the best, because she, pushes you to pull out the best story possible, with little innuendos, little notations here, and the direction of the story. No, put this in the front and move this here. So I have a new appreciation for storytelling that I did not have before, and I am totally appreciative for it.
Awesome. And Christian, now you're a storyteller, you're a writer as well. So of course you're a storyteller. How was it for you to transition from, writing a book to doing this storytelling on stage and being able to craft that narrative in a different way so that the audience can really get the full impact of what this story is giving?
It was torture, mainly for me, because I do the whole, like Ty said, I build up, and I'm like, you can't be telling me to take out and re-up. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, these details are important. So to have to just kind of give me the meat and the potatoes and then be on your way, and I'm like, I guess. But she's very brilliant at how she does it, and she gives you like all the tools and everything that you need to get it done. So for people like me, who are very visual writers, so to have to come in and dissect and cut out and take out, it was driving me nuts. And she and I spent a lot of time laughing and talking, and she said, I know you may not want to hear this, but, and I'm like, if this heifer butt me one more time, I swear. But she gave it to me the way that fits. And like I said, I'm a very, long drawn out person. So the story, it goes easy. I can go 20, 30, 45 minutes and still give you a good story. But to cut it down and to take the corrections from her and everything else and deliver it. But I'm more of a delivery person. So it was a different learning experience for me. Excuse me, but it gave me more tools to use later on if I so choose to keep going on doing this within the allotted time frame. So it was, awesome. it was nice.
I love that. And so we're taking to the Kennedy Center stage May 21st. And it's free, by the way, everyone. So you can just come to the Millennium stage. It will be free on May 21st. Rayceen and myself will be hosting. I'm looking forward to this so much. And when Rayceen and I get on the stage, baby, we're giving you dynamic duo, honey. So, so this is going to be very, very exciting. And I want to give everyone the opportunity to shamelessly plug anything else that they're doing, anything else that's coming up, and how people can follow you and keep up with what is going on. So I'm going to start it out with Malik.
I knew you were coming to me. I was right on that mute button. I was like, here we go. Yes, please follow me. I love attention. I can be, if you search Ty Malik anywhere, I'm the only one. I am on Instagram and Twitter at Tyology. I think Instagram is like 2 underscores before the Tyology. But if you search Ty Malik, you will find me. Also tycoleman.com to learn more about all the things that I'm doing. If you are a Baltimore-based queer and trans person, I would love to have you a part of my documentary. It's called Damn Y'all Fine, and it is a celebration of the queer and trans aesthetic in Baltimore. So please come find me and tell me that you need to be in it, because I need you. Yeah, thank you.
probably need to be in that. You know, I'm literally in Baltimore right now. I'm leading into my Baltimore life. My new play is coming out in Baltimore. So at this point, like,
Yes.
I'm low-key a Baltimore bitch. So I'm going to reach out to you.
I like, we have a couple things because I feel like I'm doing one of these with you, and then you'll be in that. So we have some.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
No,
we
Krylios. No, you are not
Yeah.
trans Baltimore. Don't try to make
I'm
it
queer,
like,
you know, I'm queer.
It's queer and trans.
I'm bringing
It's queer
art
and
to
trans.
Baltimore. You know what I mean? I've done quite a few shows in Baltimore now, and more to come. The show this weekend. So in June as well, I'm doing Rocky Horror. So like, I'm in the Baltimore queer community, artsing it up. So I feel like, you know, I count for this one. Anthony, what about you? What do you have coming up next? How can people follow you and keep up with what you're doing?
Yo, I am booked and busy. You can find me on all social media platforms at Anthony Oakes Comedian, and that's OAKES. You can also go to my website at www.anthonyoakescomedian.com. I'm often at the Improv. I run a monthly show at Busboys and Poets every first Wednesday for all-inclusive open mic singing, comedy, storytelling. It's amazing. So again, Anthony Oakes Comedian on all platforms.
Fabulous. Christian, let's talk to you. Let's talk about your book for a little bit, and how can people follow you, keep up with you, grab the book, and all of that.
Okay. Well, the book Tales of a Black Geisha, that's actually book one out of the recent series. That's the first one. And it's just a book full of short stories where I talk about my different life experiences growing up as a military brat and in the Black church community and trying to, being gay and everything else. And it's a journey. It's a journey. Also with me discovering like who I am on different levels. And just, it's a journey. And I've gotten some wonderful reviews back about it. It's available on Amazon. And I'm at, Chris Rich Inc. or Christian Richardson, Instagram, Christian Richardson on Facebook, and Christian Richardson on Twitter. I also plan on having my own like storytellers moment. Hopefully this summer, if we can get everything together, and like a mini small book tour and signing and things of that nature. But so far, it's been really fun and meeting people and hearing their feedback and being involved in different things and stuff like that. But yeah, that's me in a nutshell.
Awesome. Thank you, Christian. Sienna, what about you? Coming up to you next.
So I've got a few different things going on. The biggest one is my Fringe show coming up at Capitol Fringe this July. It's called Atemporal, and it's a solo show about my experiences being misdiagnosed with epilepsy for 10 years. So there's a lot to unpack there, and I decided to do it on stage. So awesome. that is Atemporal. You can also find me on Instagram. These are some photos from the protest we did at the height of the fight for the non-discrimination policy. It was called Terrorists Don't Discriminate, because terror, like a sailor, that was our mascot at the time, our mascot at the college. But yeah, I'm back in the corner there. That's a rare picture of long hair Sienna.
The one that says being gay is as bad as hating gays.
Yes, it was a satirical protest. It was like so we all had like some discrimination is all right and stuff like that. We were inspired by the Desmond Tutu quote. How does it go? If you're neutral in situations of injustice, you have chosen the side of the oppressor.
True.
Certainly. And how can people follow you and keep up with everything that you're doing?
At Sienna Jocelyn on Instagram and Twitter. And then for if you're interested in the Fringe show, you can go to at Atemporal Show or atemporalshow.com.
Fabulous, fabulous. So everyone, please join us on the 21st of May at the Kennedy Center on the Millennium Stage for Outspoken 2022. It's a co-production between Story District and Team Rayceen Productions, hosted by Rayceen Pendarvis and yours truly. It's been so great to get a chance to chat with the cast today. Make sure that you come out now. You can follow me at It's Krylios on Twitter and Instagram. And you can go to my link tree / It's Krylios to see what I've got coming up next. Of course, there is the play Krylios' Leave the Door Open at the end of this week on Saturday in Baltimore at the Downtown Cultural Arts Center, as well as on Sunday the 15th at 3 p.m. So get your tickets for that now. And the next time after that you'll see me will be at Outspoken. For all things Team Rayceen Productions, please follow Team Rayceen at Team Rayceen on all forms of social media. Click around our YouTube channel and check out our different vlogs, interviews, forums, and more. And make sure to check out our Elections 2022 playlist, if you need to keep up to date with what is going on politically in your area. If you don't know the girls on the ballot, honey, check it out, see the interviews, and see what they are giving before you make that vote, okay? And while you're there, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. But most of all, thank you for watching. Bye, everyone.